ladies and gentlemen. Many of you remember the 10-year-old that was arrested for public urination. Well, he was given probation. Well, they're coming back to say they reject the probation and they will not accept it. Quite frankly, I think they should have dropped this whole thing. He's only 10 years old. And it's not like he didn't make an attempt to go in a building to go to the bathroom. They would not allow him to. So he just relieved himself behind the car. And it just happened that a cop saw it. I think if it wasn't for that, it would have been fine. And I just don't understand why they are trying to force this on to this child. Probation. Come on, just let it go already. So the lawyer for Quantitavious Eason, and of course, this is good old Mississippi down there doing this to a child, a 10-year-old. So Eason was granted a 3-month probation that required check ins and ordered to write a 2-page assignment about legendary basketball player Kobe Bryant earlier this month. His mother, Latanya, was going to sign it at first, but decided against it after reading the full terms, according to the Associated Press. Part of the agreement was an 8 p.m. curfew that would start around the holidays. Attorney Carlos Moore has expressed his concerns that the terms of the probation, including the requirement for the child to draft a 2-page report on the late basketball star Kobe Bryant, was unjust and inappropriate for a child of such a young age, the attorney said in a statement. The decision to refuse the probation agreement stems from attorneys Moore's belief that the 10-year-old is being treated unfairly and in a manner more suited for a criminal rather than a child. In August, Eason was taken into custody when police officers, one spotted him for urinated, and he was actually waiting out in the parking lot with a sibling for his mother to come out. I guess she was meeting with attorneys because she was at a lawyer's office. So, following the incident, the police chief, Richard Chandler, said one of the officers was no longer employed at the department due to the controversial arrest. The others were disciplined and expected to attend their annual mandatory juvenile training. The entire ordeal has reshaped Eason's perspective on law enforcement. Moore has repeated that he believes Eason is being treated differently because of his race. He told the AP that he thought the agreement would be made for a juvenile, but had the same conditions that would be given to an adult offender. Per the AP, he also would have to undergo drug tests. Wait a minute, he was just relieving himself, and y'all are going to put a 10-year-old through drug testing? A 10-year-old. Oh my goodness. So the according to the attorney, part of the probation agreement, he would have to undergo a drug test based on the preference of the probation officer and be barred from using firearms. That's ridiculous. Where is a 10-year-old going to use a firearm? Now I understand why they're rejecting this probation term. No, I wouldn't accept that either for a 10-year-old. We cannot, in good conscience, accept a probation agreement that treats a 10-year-old child like a criminal, he added. The terms proposed are not in the best interest of our client, and we will take all necessary steps to challenge them. Moore's law firm plans to pursue legal action, including filing a motion to dismiss the case and request a trial. Now, why is a child urinating behind a car got to require a trial? Boy, something is wrong with y'all down there in Mississippi. For real. This is absolutely ridiculous. So, there was a response out on X for this. All right. And it says Carlos Moore Law Group announced today that it refuses to sign the probation agreement proposed for its 10-year-old client, who was recently sentenced in an incident involving public urination in Mississippi. Attorney Carlos Moore has expressed his concerns that the terms of the probation, including the requirement for the child to draft a 2-page report on the late NBA star Kobe Bryant, an unjust and inappropriate thing for a child such as, at such a young age. The decision to refuse the probation agreement stems from attorney Moore belief that the 10-year-old is being treated unfairly in a manner more suited to a criminal rather than a child. The law group is actively pursuing legal avenues to address this issue and is seeking to file a motion to dismiss the case. Furthermore, the Carlos Moore Law Group is prepared to request a trial to ensue the rights and well being of their client are protected. Attorney Carlos Moore stated, "We cannot, in good conscience, accept a probation agreement that treats a 10-year-old as a criminal. The terms proposed are not in the best interest of our client, and we will take all necessary steps to challenge them." The Carlos Moore Law Group is committed to advocating for the rights of its clients, especially when it comes to matters affecting children. The law group firmly believes that the legal system should be sensitive to the developmental needs and circumstances of young individuals. So that's what they posted out on X, ladies and gentlemen. And I agree. I agree. I think they are taking this thing way, way too far. Y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this one. And, I'm glad the family is fighting back and not just accepting what Mississippi is throwing in this child's face. I don't believe it needs to go that far. I mean, it's not even that serious. But you can see how when it comes down to our people, how when they're caught up in the system, how they will indeed make a mountain out of a molehill. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.